plain vanilla binary search is less useful in coding interviews. Remember that, okay? Hey guys, welcome back. Before starting this session, let's search one word. Opposite of plain vanilla. Opposite of plain vanilla is exotic. Yeah, this is good to know. Exotic sounds great. Okay, let's start our session. Question for the day is find the location of an element in a sorted array. Okay, very nice. Sorted array is given to us, and input is given to us 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Target is 9, then output should be 5. Okay, that's great. Target is 3, but the output is 2, which means even though 3 doesn't exist, we have to return a possible location for that element. Okay, so if you know binary search, that's great. I hope you will be able to solve this. If you don't know binary search, I think this is the best lesson that you are going to learn today. You are in a good state that you don't know binary search today, because if you don't know something and you learn something, that becomes your baseline, right? Today we are going to learn the binary search. I would call the binary search. So stick with me and watch this. Okay, so in the binary search, what we do, the preconditions for a binary search is whenever we see a problem where it is stated that the elements are sorted in an array, a data structure where sorted elements are there and you can access the values in the data structure in a constant time, then this binary search algorithm will help you finding the element in log n time. To summarize what we do, we find a mid element, by taking start and end or low or high, and then we look at that mid element. If the mid element is less than the target element, then we look at the right side of the range. When the target element is less than the mid element, the midpoint, then what we do, we just look in the left side range. Okay, and that's what we are going to do to solve this problem. Okay, let's walk through the example and prove the approach that we are going to take. Okay, let's take a target. Target is, let's say, 2. Let's take two variables, start and end. Start point to the first element, the first location in the array, which is 0. Okay, and another variable is end, which will point to the last element, array of size or array of length -1, right? If we see 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and it's 5. We'll take another variable called mid, and mid is what? Start plus end by 2. Okay, 0 plus 5 by 2 is 2. 0, this is 0, and end is 5, right? By 2 is 2. Fine. When mid is 2, we are looking at 4, and 4 is greater than 2, which means 2 is to the left side of the mid, right? So let's take a range which is 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so what will we do? We'll say at this particular point, we'll say end equal to mid. Now our new range is 0, 1, and 2. Okay, we'll just leave this right side of the part because we know that our range is to the left side of the mid, right? Now the mid will be 0 plus 2 by 2, which is 1. Okay, mid is now 2 and our target is 2, so we found the element, right? Fine. So we can return 1. Now let's validate the logic with target is 3, when target is 3. So again, we'll start from start equal to 0, and is 5, and mid is 0 plus 5 by 2, which is 2, and now target is 3, right? And target 3 is less than the midpoint, so our range becomes 1, 2, 4, and is 2, right? This is what I want to say here. Whenever we see that target is less than the midpoint, the mid value, then what we are doing, end equal to mid. Yeah, this is very important. This is what we are doing. Okay, so end is 2 and 0 plus 2 by 2 is 1. When mid is 1, we are looking at 2. Okay, but target is 3 and mid value is 2. So it should be lying on the right side of the midpoint, right? So what will we do here? So we'll say start equal to mid plus 1. So now start becomes 2 and end we have not touched, so end is still 2. Okay, right now when we see this, start is 2 and end is 2, so we can actually end the program here and we can return start. Yeah, so right now we can actually start equal to 2 and equal to 2, which means we are looking at 4, which is of course not matching with 3, but returning the start value will give us the possible location of 3, right? So this is the expected output. In fact, the start value is 2. Let's run our program again for target 9. Okay, so again start from 0, end is 5 again, and 0 plus 5 by 2 is 2. Okay, now we are looking at 4 and 9 is on the right side, start equal to mid plus 1, which means mid is 2, so start becomes 3. Okay, so this is our range 6, 8, 9. So mid will be 3 plus 5 by 2, which is 4. Okay, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now 8 is our mid value, target is still right side. So what will we do? We'll say start equal to mid plus 1, which means start becomes 5 now. So now start and end are same. So what we can do, we can actually stop here and we can look at the value start. So what is the value at the position 5, which is in fact 9, right? We can end the program and we can return 5, right? Yeah. So I hope that you guys followed what I tried to explain here, but when I write the code, I think that will be more clear. So let's write the code now. Yeah, we are searching the value, but we are returning the index. So let me call this binary search index. Now it will take a array, right, which will be nums, let's say, okay, and a target, int target, right? Cool. Now let's do some sanity check. If nums equal to null, then we return 0. Okay, we can safely say return 0 because this is the first element that can be inserted to a array, right? Okay, good. Now as I said, we will take two variable at int start equal to 0 and int end equal to the nums.length minus 1. So we will just point the end pointer to the last element in the given array. Okay, now we will start a while loop. Okay, while loop start less than end. So this program will run until start will reach end. So inside the while loop we will start finding the midpoint, which is start plus end minus start. So this is a good practice to write this like this, because when we are dealing with binary search, we are actually dealing with lot of very big size of array. So at that time this will protect us from integer overflow. Now what will we do? As I said, if nums mid, so whenever nums mid is less than the target, then so mid is less than the target, that means target is on the right side because it's a sorted array, right? So target will be in the right side. Okay, so right here what we can do, our start will update it with mid plus 1. Okay, so our range will be, in this case for example, when we are when our mid is 4 and 9 was on the right side, our range was 6, 8, 9. Okay, so from 6 it started and on at 9 it ended, right? So this is what I wrote, and if the value, if the nums mid is greater than the target, and equal to mid value. So this is what I said when we took the target 3 and mid was 4, so 3 is less than 4, right? So at that time our range was 1 to 4, so including 4. Okay, after the while loop is over, we can say return start. Okay, so this is the solution for this particular program, and remember we are finding the location here. Okay, location of the element and possible location of the element. This version of binary search is very important, guys, because in the coding interview almost 90% of the binary search problem that you will see, that will follow this logic. Okay, plain vanilla binary search is less useful in coding interviews. Remember that, okay? There are many different kind of problems where actually plain vanilla binary search will not help you, okay? For example, there are, let's say, repetition of numbers. Even though the array is sorted, let's say there are numbers are repeated. There could be another version where you will be asked about the first index and the last index of 2. Target is to find the first index and the last index. So for those kind of problems, you need to follow this particular solution. Yeah, finally you need to just do a check. This is the only thing that you need to worry about, okay, in this particular binary search solution approach. Okay, now let's quickly go and test our code. This is the binary search template given by Leetcode, which is very similar to what I told. It can be used for solving almost all types of binary search problems you will see in interviews, okay? This is Leetcode 704 binary search. I just use the same code, same technique what I told you right now. So the problem that we spoke about is little different than this, but yeah, I was talking about checking this last element after the while loop, which is actually expecting -1 when the element is not found. But in our case, we were expecting the location, possible index, if the target is not found. You see this solution works. Okay. Yeah, this is my channel. There are quite a lot of videos that I have made. I'm still learning how to make videos, but you will definitely get a lot of nice, easy techniques to solve the problems. Okay, this is my way of solving. So I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and learn all these beautiful simple techniques that you can use for your coding interviews. By liking this and subscribing this channel, you will actually encourage me to do more and more videos like this. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.